You know, bro, a lot of times in life, we literally rush things. We literally just want to be where we want to be in life, but yet we don't see change. We don't see results. A lot of times there's just wants, there's desires, there's ambition, there's goals, especially for people who are on this self-development journey who want to see their results pay off. They want to see change, but they're just not seeing anything. And maybe you're that type of person right now who's in that sense of doubt. Maybe you're that person right now who just feels like, shit, bro, things aren't going as planned, and it just feels like everything is like flopping. Everything's not going the way you thought it was supposed to go. Things are going sideways, things are going south. And bro, honestly, I was literally like that for some time and just thinking, am I even on the right path? Am I even doing anything right? Making these videos for anyone and just actually providing value to just people in the world. And and honestly, I was in a rut for maybe months just thinking, when will it be my time next? When will it be my time to rise? And just honestly, when I was in that doubt, when I was literally in that fucking depression for a little bit, I won't even say depression, but just sadness, just thinking, what am I doing wrong? I was just neglecting and avoiding just the things I did right. And let me just explain what I mean by that. Back in the year literally 2023, when I first started embarking on this YouTube journey, when I was really ambitious and really just into spiritual and self-development growth, wanting to become a better version of me and not wanting to be that person who I grew up to be in high school, as this kid who was very socially awkward, didn't really go out much and didn't really speak to people, was always isolated in my room, didn't really have a girlfriend, and I just kind of felt like a loser. I wanted to become a new me. So back in 2023, as I started that new YouTube journey, as I started this development, I remember during the time I felt stuck. I felt like I didn't know exactly what I was doing. And shit, bro, honestly, literally, I was what I was recently, just stuck in a rut, not knowing what to do. And I remember back when I was really just embarking that journey, when I was stuck in that rut back then, I remember that I was sitting in a lot of moments of silence, just thinking to myself, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I not seeing results? And I dwelled on that thought for a while, and suddenly the thought came to me when I was sitting in silence, you need more experiences. You need to do more things in life that expands your horizon, expands the things that you were once used to. And what do I mean by that is literally just because when I was embarking on that journey in 2023, just stepping into this YouTube career, the thing was for me, I was literally stuck in between two identities. We had the old me, this person who was stuck and self-conscious and a lack of social anxiety, versus that new me, confident and more ambitious, more oriented to serve people, very self-aware with myself, and was really loving the self-growth. I was legitimately stuck between these two identities, and I wasn't really seeing myself grow as I wanted to. So I was like just wondering when it will be my time next, rushing the timing, rushing the experience, and thinking like maybe I could just pry my way like a shovel to see that success I wanted in life, and not be this person who was always socially awkward, socially isolated, and didn't care about myself. So what did I decide to do back in that time was, when I wanted to have more experiences, what I did is I literally went out a lot with my cousin. I met a lot of people in this friend group. I really went out to talk and conversate, because for someone who I was back then, I really struggled with literally just talking with people, conversating, and just sucked at communication. So I wanted to expand just literally what is it like to be out, talking to people more, or even just learning about people, or even just learning about myself on this journey. And literally just after stepping out my comfort zone to gain more experience, I literally grew more from that, which gave me more clarity for what I am literally doing now and sharing my value for people who are watching this video. And literally I started to trust the journey even more, because I didn't really trust the journey. I didn't really trust the timing, but because I didn't really trust the journey, I wasn't really trusting the process of the journey. And I was really just trying to pry my way into wanting and desiring that thing I want in life, but was totally neglecting some other side of me that needed some fixing up, if you want to say, to be where I am right now. And what I am trying to get at is you have to literally trust God's timing. What I believe is God's timing, or the timing that helps you become you. Think about this as the hero's journey, where you are from where you started to becoming something fantastic, becoming that legend. A good example for the hero's journey is one of my favorite top 10 top tier animes called Naruto. This kid who literally was mocked and belittled when he was younger, shouting, I'm going to be Hokage, I'm going to be Hokage, and no one really took him seriously, to literally becoming Hokage later on in the story by really taking his life seriously and working toward that journey to master his arts. And for him, one of the hardest things for him to do was to shadow clone jutsu. And as he mastered that, he started to grow even more and more from the lessons he's learned as he grew on this journey. And by the way, I think that's an awesome anime. You should check it out. So all I ask is you just trust your timing and also just show up. Stop rushing things in life. You need to just trust. You need to just trust yourself. You need to trust the journey. You need to trust your life. Stop trying to rush things. I don't know if you're trying to achieve, for whoever is watching this, if you're trying to achieve self mastery, if you're trying to achieve success, if you're trying to achieve love, you cannot force your way into a new version of yourself. You have to work your way up that ladder. So just trust the journey, trust in yourself, and just keep moving forward, because healing takes time. This person you want to become, whichever it is, takes time. Almost like planting a plant into the ground. It's not going to grow within one day. It takes time. The right food and nutrients, water, sunlight, before it sprouts, it becomes something amazing. Just like you are.